Hi guys, this is Joey. I'm going to give you a life update. I suffer from scleroderma. I've had it for the past 4 years. Autoimmune conditions like arthritis and stuff like that. So I don't take regular drugs. I'm trying something new. I'm going outside of my doctors. Yeah, you could say that's like stupid, but yeah, I've tried everything. So the past 2 months, I've been doing a peptide protocol called BPC-157, TB-500. Totally new and experimental in terms of treating autoimmune conditions. And I've just stopped because you don't take them forever. You cycle on and off. And here's what my feelings are on this peptide. So was it a success? I would say more or less yes, but not how I thought it was. I thought it would be way easier to get on and get off. I thought it'd be way better the benefits, but there are a lot of benefits, but they did not come easily. And one thing I've noticed after 2 months of it is people say they suffer from anhedonia, or just like feeling like you don't care about anything. And I do have that a little bit. But for me, the biggest thing is fatigue. And I think it's because, your body's working, especially with this condition, scleroderma, your body's working overdrive. I can only imagine to fix the things that are wrong with you, that it's just working so hard that you feel tired. And I've noticed that for the past month, especially the last month of this treatment, I'm so tired all the time. Tired by the end of work. I get in my car and it's like, how am I going to drive home? I am so tired. But I have noticed a lot of good things. And they did not come immediately and they did not come cheaply. The fatigue is not something I like at all. I had a lot of good energy beforehand, so I feel like I kind of went backwards in that aspect. But my arms are like really strong now, and I'm able to have veins. You probably can't see it, but I have veins popping out from them. So it's like, yeah. So I'm able to exercise and to um, keep it going. Like I can exercise. I don't feel terrible like for weeks afterwards, and the muscles stay put. Before, I would work out my muscles and I would feel like I was just going back to square one. I was going back to the starting point every time. My muscles wouldn't stay toned. I would still have that muscle weakness. So I'd say above all, what BPC-157 TB-500 does is it fixes the gut lining. And I do feel that. You can see my fingers. Beautiful the fingers, yes. And that's after a month of eating all the sugar I can handle. I even had a Slurpee yesterday with sugar. The Coca-Cola ones, so good. You can't blame me for that. Like, don't. I don't want to hear it. But like, I've been eating like garbage, trying to gain weight, and because of the reduced inflammation, I'm able to try new things, especially high carb things, to gain weight. So that's really good. And you can see on my other hand too, the inflammation is just. So one good thing that I hope stays from this is my gut lining is that the cause of this condition. And am I going to experience a lot less inflammation going forward? I could only hope. I could only hope for that. And if that's the case, then this was more than worth it. But the fact is that I suffer from fatigue, anhedonia, and then the worst of all is weird stomach feelings. Now, I don't know how to explain it. It feels like just sometimes my stomach, it doesn't hurt, but it doesn't feel good. It makes crazy sounds, especially after I inject the peptide. Weirdest sounds. I know it's working. I know it's doing something. I don't know if working is the right word. I know it's functioning. Um, but it will feel like I need something in my stomach, and then I put something in my stomach that's like, oh, I don't like that, especially milk. I've been eating like terribly though. If I went back to mostly meat diet, I think it would be a lot better. So I had all these good eating habits. I gave them up when I started this, and now if like I go back to where I was before, it'd probably be better. I noticed that my swallowing is a little bit better. Like I could swallow pills down. That's like the thing. I could swallow my morning pills and like do it in one big gulp. I could take like two at a time, which is kind of stupid. I'm still pretty weak in a lot of areas, but I'm able to pick up my son now. Hallelujah to that. And carry him around, which is great. Still really bony. My wife says she doesn't notice any improvement, but I do in my muscles. And I think now, if I target these muscles, then I'll just see a better growth period, even if I'm not taking the peptides. Because look how crazy my hair is. Because I have taken the TB-500, BPC-157, and it fixed, or it corrected the issues in my gut lining. And I think I have deep issues. I've always had problems with my stomach, and I think it needs another. I need another like 2 month period of taking this, but I feel a lot better. Another thing is with vascular issues. It's supposed to help with vascular issues. I have noticed that I've been lightheaded sometimes. I still get Raynaud's syndrome. It's Mother's Day. We were at the Chinese buffet. It was way too expensive, man. $120 for 4 people, and my son got it for free. But anyway, and they want to charge $2.99 extra for a drink. So like, my hands got a little bit cold there, but I don't think they're getting as cold or as bluish, purplish as they used to. But that's just all anecdotal, evidence. Maybe it just might be wishful thinking. This eye is coming back nicely. I'm gonna get glasses again, so that's gonna be fixed. But this has been like this for like years. So overall, I think it's a success. I wanted to try a different peptide called VIP, vasointestinal peptide. But I've tried that for a little bit, but still it feels the exact same as BPC-157. So I'm taking a break from all these peptides for about a week at least, and then see what my next point is. I know there's other peptides that help you build muscle. I need to study them for months to really get comfortable with potentially using them. And I use such a small dose when I start off. Don't think that I'm using these peptides without studying and researching them like multiple times. Not just looking up anecdotal evidence, but looking up medical advice from doctors, on forums, on videos, compiling it all, and making sure, it's not the best way, but this is the only way for me because I don't trust doctors. I can't get approved for the CAR T cell therapy, and I don't trust them to give me immunosuppressants. I don't. They can go jump in a lake. So I'm really disappointed with the medical community. Again, I told you guys about 2 months ago I went to the hospital and they didn't give me anything upon leaving, like nothing. It's just like it was before, just square one. So I can't like just wait for them to do stuff for me, or I can't just keep complaining. I have to be proactive about this for my family and for me. I got a son who's 2. This kid does not stop moving. And so I really need to start catching up with him, and my wife and my 2 daughters. So I really need to be around for them. So there's a lot of things about my body that's destroyed. There's still times when I think like I'm not going to make it past a couple years. I still look at my body, and let me just show you my body real quick. All right, I'm going to show you my body. So, and nothing like crazy, but if you don't want to see a very skinny but gorgeous man, then turn away right now. You can see right now is my collarbone. I think I'm getting better. Before turning here, it got like really stuck. There's a turn to get out of my work that's like always really hard, and I feel like I could do it better. This is just so bad. But you can see here, I'm really toning that muscle nicely. And I got to tone these ones here. I'm getting muscles right here back. You could see the skin kind of gets brownish. Um, it feels like I tanned and I just never got it untanned. But you can see from a while, this is not a healthy look. But I am getting fat here. Sorry, this is inappropriate. I apologize. You can see I'm getting fat here. So hallelujah for that, you know. Sorry, I would want to know about this if I was watching a video for me. But you could see here, it's not the worst. You could see that muscle right here. So I just wonder if like next winter, putting on clothes, if it will be that bad. I wonder to what point I can go swimming and take my shirt off and not feel embarrassed, you know? I feel way better than I used to. You can see here there's like a big hole, but now there's like you can see that muscle. And so I've been working on the muscle. I've been working on my muscles. So it doesn't look that bad. Like before, I remember seeing this, it just depressed me because it was so out there. And I was just so not ready for it. I don't know what was I doing for the past, couple years, but you can see there's just all bone. So I don't know. I'm going to Colombia in August, and I might go see a doctor there for rheumatoid arthritis, but also for like fat injections, maybe. It just seems here, it's just a pain and a runaround. You can see that. It kind of looks weird, doesn't it? Just decimated. This I hate. I want muscles here. So I might go do that in Colombia. It's much easier to see a doctor, and it's much easier to see a specialist and go, I want this, I want this, I want this. Shut your mouth and just give me it. And they'll try to accommodate you much better. Whereas in the United States, they'll be like, do you have a referral? Do you have this? Well, we can't do that because of regulations or so I love going to Colombia for that reason. I get a bunch of dental work done. And I don't have insurance, and it's way cheaper. So I'm really looking forward to going to Colombia just for my own health and just to, eat things. But, that's getting better. Come on, man. Tell me, lie to me in the comments. Tell me I look better. My eye is not like being so lazy here too. A little bit, but whatever. I'm fine with that. So I think I look decent. Tell me how I look. Tell me if this helps, if you have muscle wasting. I think if I'm getting rid of the inflammation, that the next step, if I don't have new inflammation, if I'm not having more of this disease come on in a new fashion, then the problem would be fixing the old muscle wasting, the old damage it did to my body. Like I still, another thing, like here, it feels like really, really skinny. But looking at that, it doesn't look bad. But it feels really skinny. And like, if I cough on something, I still get really scared. Because it's like, like that's my cough, especially at night. So that worries me. I wonder if I can get my lungs back a little bit more. I wonder if my heart feels good. There's no new pain really other than in my feet. I feel like I got like warts there. So pretty good. I think overall pretty good. But like if you're thinking of taking a peptide, just know, especially if you have a disease like this, it is not going to be fun or easy. It will work, in my opinion. It worked for me. It was great. I'm happy with the results, but it did not go quietly, baby. Do not go quietly into that night. Forget the rest.